As you can see behind me, we have a severe thunderstorm warning now for Mobile and much of Baldwin counties. We did have a tornado warning for parts of Mobile and Baldwin County. That was up in the Pritchard area, also towards Bay Minette as well. That has been canceled. Good news, it has been canceled because the rotation has weakened. However, you can see here we still have a damaging wind threat out there this morning. So I'm going to go ahead and put a track on this. It's moving east at about 50 miles an hour or so. So you can see here moving very, very quickly off towards the east. It's going to be in Crossroads within the next minute. Daphne within 5 minutes or so. This has a lot of lightning, heavy rain. And the main concern with this line as it moves into Baldwin County is the threat for damaging wind gusts. Now, we are going to continue to watch this to see if we get any more areas of rotation, which, in fact, we can zoom in a little bit and check to see if we're seeing any of that right now. Again, you can see that rotation moving east a little bit. Now this is crossing Highway 98. There's Bell Forest right here. I believe that is County Road 64, if I'm not mistaken. We'll zoom in a little bit closer here. You can see Well Road, yes, that's 64 then. Pollard Road right here, this neighborhood, Pollard Road and 64. There's Target over in this area. You're in any of these neighborhoods, again, I'm mentioning a lot of streets. Pollard Road near County Road 64, near that intersection where we have that light. That is where we have rotation being detected, and you need to be getting into that lowest interior room of your house. So in this area of Daphne, basically between Whispering Pines Road down to County Road 64, it's pretty much centered right over County Road 64. And we're actually going to go zoom back out a bit because I want to give you all a timeline. If you're downstream of this in Loxley or say up in the Stapleton area right in between, I want to let you know exactly when this is going to hit your neighborhood. This is moving towards Bell Forest very, very quickly. It's a fast-moving storm, moving at about 55 miles an hour or so. So here's the timing. Moving northeast, this is eventually going to head up towards I-10 near the 59 intersection. That's probably going to take about the next 10 minutes or so. You can see Bell Forest here about a minute. Loxley within the next 7 minutes or so. So again, if you are in central Baldwin County, you need to be getting to that lowest interior room of your house. I'm stepping back here to check to see if we have any more updates from the National Weather Service. I'll circle this, this area of rotation for you so you can see it. Again, right in this area is where we're potentially picking up on some rotation currently. Here is Bell Forest. That's County Road 64, and there's 181. And again, this is where we're picking up some rotation. You have Rigsby Road here. We have a lot of different neighborhoods. Yelling Settlement, Larry Street Road, Rigsby Road. And again, right now the rotation is right over Highway 181. This is heading, basically heading towards Highway 90 at this point. So I would say it's right in between County Road 64 and Highway 90, now moving east of 181. So again, if you're west now of Highway 181, you are in the clear for a tornado threat, but currently that rotation is now moving over. Highway 64, you have that bend as you head into Loxley, and then there's Highway 90. So if you live in this area, you have Stapleton Lane. That's where this rotation is headed this morning right now. And it's going to be within the town of Loxley fairly quickly at this point. So we'll give you some updated numbers here on when to expect this in your area. So it's moving very quickly, again, about 55 miles an hour. So this is a highway speed moving storm system. And honestly, because of the speed of the storm itself, that it can actually help translate down to the ground, damaging wind gusts. So you can see around this tornado warning, we have a severe thunderstorm warning, and that is for the potential to see damaging wind gusts in this storm system. Again, Loxley, you've got about 2 minutes now. So in about 2 minutes, this will be approaching Highway 59. I'd say about 2 to 4 minutes, it'll be right over Highway 59. Right now, it is east of 181. So currently, the area of rotation is just south of I-10, just south of Highway 90, between 181 and Highway 59, and it is approaching 59 as it's moving northeast. Barrow Park, we get about 22 minutes before it makes it to y'all. Again, this area just northeast of Loxley, I'd say crossing I-10 probably within the next 10 minutes or so. So if you know any folks out there this morning, I know plenty of people have to go and say to work in the shipyards or downtown Mobile very early in the morning on the early shift. And if you live, say, in Baldwin County, especially central and eastern Baldwin County and Pensacola area, and you have to make the commute over to Mobile or something like that, make sure that obviously that you don't run into this, and if you know someone who's making that commute right now, let them know and tell them to pull over on the side of the road and try to find a sturdy shelter like a gas station, convenience store, something that's open at this time of day so that they can seek shelter in a more sturdy location than their car. And you see these little areas, I'll point them out to you. We're going to continue to watch some of these. You see this little notch right here, also up towards Yukon, the little notches in the line, and you can see that here. That's basically some little rotation, so a little air trying to back into the storm on the north end of this and then push out on the south side. And that is where you could potentially see perhaps waterspouts and or tornadoes. So right over the center of Loxley is where we're picking up some of this rotation, right at Highway 59 and Highway 90 where they intersect. This is unfortunately right over most of the population in Loxley, right in downtown here. You can see Route 59 running through the center of town, First Avenue right there, and then that's Highway 90 as it goes into Highway 59 in Loxley. So if you are in this area, the rotation is right on top of you. Again, this hasn't been sighted or anything, but if we had a tornado on the ground, this is where it would be. You can see a little bit of a jog to the northeast. So now the main area of rotation moving a little bit northeast of town. Again, this is a very quick moving system. Okay, so if you're in this area, north of I-10 and just to the east of Steelwood, that's the golf course, that is where you're going to want to get into that lowest interior room of your house. So you see River Road right here. This is basically in mostly unincorporated parts of Baldwin County, heading towards Gateswood and Bay Springs and Barrow Park. They're officially not in the warning, but we are going to continue to watch this just in case they are. So one more updated timeline on this. Again, moving very, very quickly. Bay Springs about 19 minutes or so. Gateswood, we're talking about 11 minutes before it makes it to you all there. So that's basically on the Alabama-Florida line on the Perdido River. It's only going to take about 10 minutes from Loxley. This is a very fast-moving system. Think of it as basically as fast as a car moving on I-10 west to east. That is simply how fast this storm system is moving. So again, lowest interior room of your house is the best place to be. So I'll show that for you here. Again, the idea is you want to get as many walls between you and the outside. So, for instance, I don't have a basement. There are a lot of people that don't have basements here. And the best place for you to go is going to be the lowest level, so down to the first floor if you can, and then just put as many walls between you and the outside. You can see here, again, the perfect spot in this particular house would be a bathroom. You can see it has 2 walls before you get to the outside. A closet could also work as well.